Okay, so first of all, Drake shouldn't be in this conversation if we're having a real writers conversation because he uses ghostwriters. I'm just gonna say that. You can get mad at me for it, whatever you want to say. He shouldn't be in this conversation. Let's have the conversation though. Flow is one of the things I hear people saying. Between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, who has the better flow? I'm gonna say Drake actually. I'm gonna say Drake. I don't know why they be lying, but this, not that inspiring. Bank accounts, I don't know, look like they're ready for early retirement. So look, yeah, I got it. I got like Kendrick has the speedy flow. But I'll ask you the same question that I would ask people running up telling me that Nas is the greatest. Please quote me a cold Kendrick Lamar bar right now. No, I can. I am a sinner who's probably gonna sin again. He said, I can feel the changes. I can feel the new people around me that want it. See, I can do that. To me, that's amazing. But the same thing happens with Nas and Kendrick. When you isolate the bars, when you isolate the bars outside of the fast flow, man, it's the coldness goes away a little bit. It does. I agree different. Now, if we're all talking about Not Like Us, obviously we can talk about Not Like Us. We're talking about other bodies of work, but okay, you have to include Not Like Us. That A minor line, hey, now there's a whole group of people who are trying to create another Not Like Us. Everyone is trying to capitalize on that sound. A lot of people are, not everyone, but a lot of people are trying to capitalize on that sound. But as far as flow, I would say Drake. But I have to have the caveat that that is not Drake's flow. That is whoever writes the verses flow. Now, I do believe that Drake, as of late, has started writing his own verses again. There's a little low energy lately. But as far as flow, I would say Drake. I would say Drake. And I'll be real, I started listening to Drake way before. If you study hip hop and really have been in this thing for like, pause, more than 5-10 years or whatever, then you would be aware of Drake. If you're just a fan of the culture, you would be a Drake fan before a Kendrick fan because Drake was there first. Drake introduced Kendrick to a lot of people in the mainstream, and just, that Buried Alive verse, you have to, a lot of people, this is what makes me a little irritated. Like, if you want to talk to me about Kendrick versus Drake, do you know about J-Rock and touring with Tech Nine on Kendrick's side? Do you even know about that? Do you know how J-Rock was signed first and then Kendrick? Do you know about any of that stuff? Do you know that Drake introduced us to Kendrick? A lot of us. Now, whoa, I hear the Kendrick fans starting to go crazy. But I think you should have to qualify yourself. Like, if I'm talking about basketball, do you know how many rings Jordan got? If I'm talking about basketball, do you know certain names? Stoudemire, Nash, Barkley, Iverson. I don't even follow basketball that heavy, but in order to have these conversations, I feel like you should know. If you're going to talk about pop music, do you know what artists use their music to own parts of their label? Do you know how Michael Jackson was owning parts of Sony? Do you know about Prince's Music Vault? And I like to consider myself a bit of a different perspective on things because I do have over 10 years of industry experience. I've seen how things move behind the scenes. I have. Up close. I've seen how labels will give artists cars. I've seen how most people think that artists just blow up. Like, I saw people saying, man, I can't wait till so-and-so gets back to wearing these kind of clothes. That was the best music that he... Nah, bro, it's marketing budgets. They just promoted him while he had those kind of clothes on, bro. It's all marketing budgets. There's very rare, spontaneous, like, multi-city tours coming up from organic... Oh, snap. Organic experiences happening anymore. So, do you know about these things? Do you know about these things? I like to find out what people's credentials are. So, if you're going to have a Drake versus Kendrick conversation, to me, if you're just completely discounting either one of these artists, you shouldn't be having this conversation because you don't have respect for the culture. Number one, if you're just discounting both Drake or either Drake or Kendrick and saying that they're trash, just like in Jim Jones versus Nas, if you're just saying that Jim Jones is trash and his music is totally trash, then to me, you're not even somebody that I would have a conversation with, because you don't even know about what these people have contributed to the culture. To be honest, you don't even have any idea. Just like in politics, if you're just saying Trump is trash or Biden is trash and you can't list any policies, then you're just a slave to the emotion of the moment. You're not informed on the cultures that you're speaking on. So I got to get all this stuff out of the way. I would give flow to Drake. 1-0 flow to Drake. I would say that. If you want to talk about presence in the culture, you have to give, to me, that's 2-0 Drake. Presence in the culture? Like,